She vanished in 2018. No warning, no note, no body, just gone. Her name was Mira, my best friend, my sister in every way but blood. We had dreams, plans, matching tattoos, and then one night, she disappeared. For 6 years, I lived with the ache of not knowing. Until this morning, when I got a text from her number, "Don't trust him."
That's all it said.
She vanished without a trace in 2018, and today she texted me 5 words that changed everything. Mira was the wild one, always chasing storms, laughing at danger, loving the wrong people. But she was real. She knew my secrets. She saved my life during my darkest year. We were 22 when she vanished. Last seen leaving a party with her boyfriend. His name was Aiden. Tall, quiet, too charming. He gave me the creeps even before she disappeared. Something in his eyes, like a mask he forgot to take off. Police said she probably ran away. Maybe she snapped, they said. They didn't know her, not like I did. Mira was fierce, stubborn, loyal to the bone. She would have told me if she was leaving. She would have made it an event, dramatic, unforgettable. That was her style. I knew better. Mira never left without saying goodbye. It came at 2:17 a.m. Don't trust him. No punctuation, no name, just that. I stared at the screen for 20 minutes. Then I noticed the message came from her old number, the one disconnected since 2018. I tried calling. It rang once. Then silence. No voicemail, no tone, just a cold deadline. But now I couldn't stop shaking. Because him could only mean Aiden. And if that message really came from Mira, she was trying to warn me. I hadn't spoken to Aiden in years. After the investigation went cold, he disappeared, moved to another city, changed his number, deleted all his socials, vanished, just like she did. But a month ago, he came back. Out of nowhere, no warning, just showed up like nothing ever happened. Said he was starting over, said the past was heavy and he needed to make peace. Then he invited me to coffee. Same old Aiden, polite, charming, unreadable. He smiled the whole time, but it never reached his eyes. Something about him felt off, too calm, too precise, like he was rehearsing, like every word was part of a script. I never told him where I lived. I was careful about that, paranoid even. But 2 days after that coffee, I found a photo of Mira tucked under my windshield wiper. Faded, crinkled, like it had been kept for years. No note, no explanation, just her face and a red X slashed across it. A warning, a threat, or something else entirely. I knew someone was playing games. But who, and how long had they been watching? I dug back into Mira's old messages. Photos, emails, deleted files I thought I'd already combed through 100 times. But this time I was desperate, looking for anything I might have missed. That's when I found it. A folder buried deep in a backup drive, one I didn't recognize. One file stood out, named in all lowercase, "If anything happens to me." My blood froze. It was a video, grainy, low light, Mira sitting on the edge of her bed, knees pulled to her chest. She looked straight into the camera, eyes wide, voice barely a whisper. "If you're seeing this, it means I didn't make it. And if Aiden tells you I left him, he's lying." She looked scared, tired, like she hadn't slept in days, like she'd been running forever. "I found something I shouldn't have," she said, glancing over her shoulder. "He knows things, dangerous people. He said if I ever talked, I'd disappear." She leaned closer, her voice cracking. "Please don't trust him, promise me." The screen went black. No timestamp, no follow-up, just silence. And suddenly I realized she hadn't just vanished. She was hunted. I turned everything over to the police. The video, the photo, the message from her old number. Suddenly, after all these years, they reopened the case. This time, they listened. Aiden was brought in for questioning, calm as ever, too calm. But you know what they found in his basement? A phone. Mira's old phone, the one disconnected in 2018. Only it had been reactivated, used 2 nights ago. The SIM card matched the message I got. But the most chilling part? The last person who touched it wasn't Aiden. It was his younger brother, Eli. Quiet, always in the background, barely a footnote in the investigation. We never even considered him. But he'd been there, watching, listening. Obsessed with Mira, jealous of Aiden, twisted in ways no one ever saw. He had kept her locked away in a remote cabin for 4 years. 4 years. She finally escaped last year, but she didn't come back. She stayed hidden, terrified of both brothers. Terrified that if she showed her face, neither of them would let her go. Then she saw Aiden near me again. Saw us having coffee, and that's when she texted me. Her warning, her last lifeline. Don't trust him. Mira is alive, changed, fragile, but breathing. She's in protective care now, surrounded by people who finally believe her. She's healing, slowly, carefully, like someone learning how to live again. We met again, in silence. No words at first, just the weight of everything hanging between us. She looked at me, eyes wide, glassy with tears that had waited years to fall. And then, barely audible, she whispered, "I didn't run, I was stolen." It shattered me. I wrapped my arms around her. Not like before, not like the reckless hugs of our youth. This one was fierce, unshakable, like I could anchor her to this world if I held on tight enough. And I promised her right there, with every piece of my heart, no one will ever take you again. If you watch till the end, subscribe and type in the comments. Real friends never stop looking, because some stories don't end with goodbye. Some just wait to be heard again. Share this with someone who's ever lost someone without closure, who still checks old messages, hoping, because sometimes the truth doesn't die. It just waits for the right moment to speak.